Hey hockey fans, NBA fans, NHL, or I guess NHL would be hockey, sports fans, JM Sports 100 fans, and everything in between. Jonathan Mosette here with you. I am back. I know it is late. Haven't been here for a couple days. Feeling much better than I was. As you know, I wasn't feeling very well on Monday. Tuesday, I wasn't feeling very well, so and then Wednesday, yesterday I was having yeah, I've been having computer problems. Tuesday wasn't feeling good, Wednesday wasn't feeling good. But today I'm feeling much better. And computer problems both days. I made pick videos on both my days, however my computer would not allow me to upload them. So I wrote them down, and I'm going to be honest with what I said in the video, and I'm going to go through the picks for NHL and for NBA on November 3rd and November 4th. And I'm going to do the same thing for the NBA to get the record up, and then I will make my picks for today a little bit later on. So here we go. Let's start things off first of all with November 3rd for NHL. I did take Boston over Buffalo. I won that game. I took Carolina over the New York Islanders. I won that game. I did take Toronto over Washington. I lost that game. I took Atlanta over Florida. I won that game. I took Chicago over New Jersey. I lost that game. I took Pittsburgh over Dallas. I lost that game. I took Detroit over Calgary. I won that game. I took Nashville over Phoenix. I lost that game. And I took Anaheim over Tampa Bay, and I won that game. So let me just really quickly here I went 5-3-1 on that day is what I would have been. So the last day that I did do picks for was November 2nd, and I went 2-2. This is the first tie loss that I've had for a while. Now, the 5-3-1 record for today leaves my overall record going into the 4th at 62, 52, and 10. So, let me just update that in the site here really quick. I prepared for this a little bit. At least I prepared for this video a little bit, and I think I'm going to probably start preparing for all my other videos a little bit better. Which brings us now to the very few games that happened on November 4th for NHL. And it starts off with Columbus and Atlanta. I did take Columbus. Philadelphia and the New York Rangers. I did take Philadelphia. New York Islanders and Ottawa. I did take the Islanders. San Jose and St. Louis. I took St. Louis. Vancouver and Colorado. I took Vancouver. Tampa Bay and Los Angeles. I did take Tampa Bay. So that would have been all straight ups on that day. On that day there was no overtime. So I did pull off a 4-2 on that day, which does move my overall record going into today's games 66 and 54, 66, 54, and 10. So that'll be going into the games today. I'm not going to do picks for this game. I'm not going to do tonight's picks on this video. I'll make a separate video for that, probably 2 separate videos. And also, I do want to say one quick thing before we get to the NBA. The JM Sports Show is scheduled to take off tonight with me feeling better and having the house to myself, which means I can record it whenever I want and not have to worry about waking people up or any of that stuff. NBA now, it was really a short day on the 4th for both NHL and NBA. Only 6 games in the NHL on the 4th and only 2 games on the 4th in the NBA. But before we get to the 3rd, so let's do that really quickly here. Thanks for staying with me, for those of you who have done that thus far. November 3rd, we kick things off with the Pistons and Atlanta, and I did take Atlanta. Charlotte and New Jersey, I took Charlotte. Indiana, Philadelphia, I did take Indiana. Minnesota and Orlando, I took Orlando. Milwaukee and Boston, I took Boston. New Orleans and Houston, I did take Houston. They lost again, moved my record for that. I did a 4-2 for right now. Houston yet to win this year in a team that was slated to be good, really off to a rocky start. I did take Denver. They lost. They lost at home to Dallas. Toronto and Utah. I did take Utah. San Antonio and Phoenix. In that game, I did take San Antonio. LA Lakers and Sacramento, I took the Lakers. Memphis and Golden State, I took Golden State. Oklahoma City and the Clippers, I took Oklahoma City. I'm sorry, I took Oklahoma City. So just hold on a second here. 1-0, 2-0. 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-4. So we went 8-4 on the 3rd. Gotta get to the right page here because I'm not on there. So 8-4 on the 3rd for NBA picks. So that will move over our record to 41-23, I believe. Let me do the math here real quick. Yep, 41 wins to 23 losses. Got it. Alright, so that's what our record was going into the 4th. And in the 4th, we went 1-1. I took Chicago and Oklahoma City for my picks for those 2 games. And Chicago got completely annihilated by New York, and Oklahoma City did beat Portland in overtime. So 1-1 was my record for that day, moving my overall record going into today's games, which I'll be doing soon, to 42-24. So doing really good on that side of things. So there we go. Got you guys all updated and things. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Remember, I was honest with my picks. I did exactly what I said I would do. I did exactly what I said when I actually did the pick videos that went lowered. I will be back with today's picks a little bit later on. So that'll be today's picks. Oh, I gotta do one more thing really quickly here. As yesterday in the NCAA, that didn't work either. My computer, really, I had to do a complete virus scan of my computer and things. So there were 2 games yesterday. I did go 2-0. I took Virginia Tech over Georgia Tech, which for a while looked like that was going to possibly come back to bite me a little bit, but it didn't. There's 2 games today that I will make picks for in just a little bit, too. Actually, I apologize. There's actually picks that I didn't make for. I did make them. I forgot there were games that took place on Wednesday and on Tuesday and Wednesday, and of course yesterday. So there was games all over that I missed because of the whole computer issue. I am off to a pretty good start this week, off to a 3-0 start. I did take South Florida over Rutgers. Just don't like the way Rutgers looked, but Rutgers gave me a little bit of a scare. I took Ohio over Buffalo, and I did take Virginia Tech over Georgia Tech, which looked like for a while that one was going to scare me as well. We are off to a 3-0 start this week, with 2 more games taking place today, like I said, which I will make picks for. I have to just give this a second for the NBA page to save my data, and then I'll give you the overall record for the college. We are over the 11-minute mark, going on 12 minutes. So, as I patiently wait for my site, which tends to move slow sometimes. It works fine when you're visiting it online, but when you're editing it, you have issues. So, 3-0 to start Week 10. I can't believe we're in Week 10 already. Season almost over. In college football. But that means college basketball for that and all that stuff. So that'll be coming up. The 3-0 that we had to start off this week brings our overall record to we went 35-21 Week 9 yesterday overall. 3-0 brings us to 297 wins, 148 losses. So that's a good start for us. See if we can keep it up. Like I said, I'll be back with all my picks for everything. For today, there's 2 college football games, there's some NHL games, and there's some NBA to knock out of the way too. So that'll be coming up in just a little bit. And until then, for jmsports.org and jmsports100 here on YouTube, I am Jonathan Mosette. Thanks for being patient for those of you guys who have stuck throughout this whole video. I appreciate it.